Good morning, you multidimensional baddie you. We are going to do some energetic repatterning to shift some energy together this morning. So I hope you have a nice, cozy beverage. I've got the protection and shielding. I think it's the master key frequency, but it might just, I don't know. It's just our protection and shielding frequency. We have a 22-hour version. And it creates a nice little bubble. And I just woke up not too long ago and need a sip of coffee. And and the Schumann is just absolutely off the charts, unhinged right now as I'm recording this. So I woke up and there was just a lot of energy to shift, and I thought that it might be nice if we could do this together. So I'm starting with just like doing a little bit of a simple hand massage, just kind of rub particularly the part between your thumb and your first finger, that kind of fleshy place, that has a release point in it. And so I'm just kind of starting off as I'm sitting here introducing this little energetic repatterning to you with just kind of rubbing that part of my hand right around the thumb as well. That can help to release a little bit of energy and open up some points for energy to flow through. And then also the collarbone. If you take your first two fingers and you just kind of form a V right over the collarbone. So you're basically massaging the top of the collarbone and the bottom of the collarbone at the same time. That also, and you want to do both. And then I use like my right hand to do my left collarbone, my left hand to do my left collarbone, right? Just with that V shape. And don't worry about getting it right. Just running that right across the collarbone so that you're getting like the upper part and the bottom part. That also is a location of where you open up lymphatic drainage. So if you're doing any type of like lymphatic drainage on the face or energy movement from the head to the rest of the vessel, that's a really, even just that like will shift your energy so much. Just those two locations, just the part of your hand between your thumb and your forefinger, and then just gentle release with the clavicle. Both of those locations just open up flows of energy. And then actually, let's go ahead real quick and just right in the middle of the sole of your foot, I want you to do just a little bit of manipulation there, just a little bit of massage, just a little bit of just acupressure, just whatever feels good, honestly, right at the bottom of your foot, right in the middle, on both sides. I was just doing my left, now I'm going to do my right. And just that opens up the energetic meridians a lot to allow the energy to flow. And anywhere else that you happen to have that you tune into, that you feel randomly like, oh, this would be a place that I think I need to open up before I really start repatterning energy. You want the energy to be in a flow as you're repatterning it. Yeah, Freddie. Come here. You want to repattern some energy with us? Freddie's having his morning howl, so it's okay. Yeah, Daddy took Mira outside. I know. He'll be back. All right. So let's go ahead and just start tapping on the side of the left hand. Good morning, energy. Repeat after me. Say good morning to your energy. Good morning, energy. How are you today? Are you stuck anywhere? And then see if your energy answers you. Like I realized when I asked that, I just got a little light up situation in my left gluteus maximus with like some tension, and I could see that there's like a little bit of stuck energy on my left side. So anywhere that I have stuck energy, I'm just going to go ahead and release that stuckness. I'm going to open it up to begin moving. I'm going to open myself up to receive messages about what this stuck energy has to show me, where it came from, if there's any further attention that this stuck energy needs, or if it merely needed to be seen so that it could begin to flow again. Sometimes when we have stuck energy, we just need to witness it. We just need to see it. We just need to acknowledge it. And then it will be like, oh, I can move on now. I'm tuning into the flow that my energy wants to have today. I'm releasing all stuck, stagnant, and old programming so that my energy can flow in the way that it wants to flow, in a resonant, harmonic way for me in this moment. I release all expectations that I have of myself, that I feel that the world has of me. And I tune into where my energy is naturally going today. What naturally feels like the vibe for me? Whether it makes sense, whether it's on my to-do list or not, whether it's logical or rational or something I should be doing right now. Because I know when I follow my passion, I will always be in my purpose. And let's go ahead and stop tapping on the side of the hand. Take a breath in, stretch up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Take a couple of breaths here. Let's just tune in. How is your energy feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? How is that flow feeling right now? Let's have a little sip of water, some coffee, or both. We're going to have a bong hit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hit the bong in every single recording I've decided. We're doing an energetic repatterning. I'm going to hit the bong about it. We're meditating. I'm going to hit the bong. I hit the bong when I meditate. I hit the bong when I energetically repattern. I have decided as a being, and I'm sharing this with you in this is a big energy shift for me, and I want to share it with you. I've decided to live my life and create my content and teach my things and share my magic with the world in the way that I actually live it. I know, a shocker. But I'm actually just sitting here on my couch at 10 o'clock, literally. It's straight up 10 o'clock as I'm recording this. Drinking my coffee out of my cute little composition book mug that I got at Michael's the other day. I loved a composition book when I was in school, and I was like, I have to have this. This is mad Witchery U vibes right here. But then one day I want to get actually like Witchery U merch, and I want to get composition book like a merch, but then I want to have like Witchery U written across the front in like FEO 198. That sounds so fun. One of my clients has the theory that we're all going to do our merch drops when Saturn goes into Taurus. She's like, Saturn and Aries is not the time to be doing merch. We're all waiting for Saturn and Taurus. And I'm like, you a baddie. You know what's up. That sounds like a vibe. Okay, and then as we're having this ceremonial bong hit, which I'm about to code real quick for the morning, so just bear with me for a minute. If you've got anything you'd like me to code for you that you'd like to smoke or drink or anything, just feel free to hold it right on up. I'll give you a second to gather your things. I learned this from my energy weaver. I had never been coding my weed or anything else. I've energetically coded things before, but I'd never coded anything with like soul language. And she taught me this. So I'm sharing with you. Viakatatai to kia poti siatakai. Oya potatai kata siatakai tata tota tiataka totai akan tia poti siatai. Oya potakaya tai ko siam poyatai ko siato ya pokayo sayo kantia tota kata pota siataka tatai. Impoya potatiato tai kantia tota kata posiata ti 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 soya. There you go. Little soul codes for you this morning. And if you didn't have anything you wanted me to code, you can always just relax and receive a little vibes as I'm speaking in another language. So anyways, ceremonial plant exploration real quick right here in the middle of an energetic repatterning. This is I've hit my true form. This is it. Let's go, people. This is my first hit of the day. How special. I'm sharing it with you. Across time and space. Woo! Goodness. Repatterning my energy from the inside. Via coughing. I hope you're laughing right now. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna cough some more. Hold on. We're having an experience. That's fine. And then you know what I actually want to do? Today we're going to do this one a little bit. This is an experimental one. I'm in a very experimental phase as I'm recording this because I'm hacking up a lung from this bong hit that I just took. Hello, darling. Come back on in. So, we're doing an experimental energetic repatterning today. I was just sharing my first hit of the morning with them. So, oh, my second hit was rough, y'all. It tastes like popcorn. I was like, I took the first one, and then there was like a metric fuck ton of smoke still in there, and I was like, oh no, there's a shamanic journey. Let's go. I'm about to be coughing a lot. And here we go. So anyways, I haven't actually done very much energetic repatterning this summer, like maybe a tiny little bit. And excuse me. It's fine. We're in the moment. See, I told you, you'll energetically repattern yourself from inside out. So having done last summer that was like energetic repatterning central. I was doing energetic repatterning multiple times a day. And then this summer, without doing really a lot of energetic repatterning at all, drastically prefer portal season in the summer with. It's August 12th as I'm recording this, so we just finished of 2025, just for reference. In the future, I know we're all going to be talking about this as, remember the portal season of 2025? Like, Jesus, Christmas, what was that? So, yeah, having kind of done both, I'm like, oh, energetic repatterning is the way to go. I think that what I noticed that can easily happen when you start doing energetic repatterning is you can start to stop yourself from doing it because you're like, oh my God, what do I have to repattern? What is it? Are you okay? Am I okay? What am I freaking out about, right? Because I was using, I developed energetic repatterning, not I was using it. I the fucking one like created the concept of exactly how I do energetic repatterning. It's based off of concepts, verbal reprogramming, EFT tapping, and a few other things, but it's very different. And honestly, it's still in development, a huge part of it as well, because of what you're about to experience here, because we're doing some experiments here. So it's like I took this concept of like all these different things that I was doing, and I put them together, and then saw how I could like weave them together, and then have still been in development of like even better practices. And really, I feel like we're gonna start tapping on the right side. Oh, look at that. We're going to tap on the right side now. So we already did the left, honey. You missed that while you were outside with the mirror. But now that we've done the left hand, we're going to do the right hand and for this one, I'm actually just going to talk for a second. I want you to take a minute. I feel like so much of the time, the right side of the vessel is like very energetically depleted because we're doing so much and there's so much rational thought and logical thought and masculine energy rolling around this planet. So I want you to just sit as I'm just chatting away here right now, and I want you to just receive. I want you to just receive yourself, repatterning yourself. I want you to just be tapping with your left hand on your right hand, just like we do with the left hand. But this one, rather than feeling like there's anything you have to do, I want you to just feel that energy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling. We never tap on the right side, right? EFT tapping, that was the thing that I had the issue with EFT tapping styles, is it does not hit all of your energetic meridians that I think you need to hit. So this next year, what I'm wanting to do is really like advance my own kind of studies of like these pathways and how we work with them and what we can really do to shift and release the energy on a much higher level and things like that. Because that was one thing that I noticed last year too, was like, EFT tapping really only teaches you to tap under one side of the arm, right? But you have two sides of your vessel. Seems incomplete. So we're going to be trying some experimental things here and new stuff as we roll with how all of this works. So I'm feeling just like I'm realizing my right side energetically feels much stronger than my left side. And it feels like it feels like I went to the gym for 36 years and I worked out the right side of my body, and I did not work out the left side. Maybe I did like, 2, like bicep curls, right? a day, as opposed to like 50, 2 with my left side and 500 with my right side, right? And so I feel like personally, and just as I'm doing this, as I'm tapping on the right side, I feel like my entire left side is starting to open up. And what's very interesting is, a second ago when we were tapping on the left side and we were looking at where our energetic blockages were today, so that we could release those and let them flow, I mentioned one in my left hip. And as I'm doing this, my body is naturally stretching and opening up the left side. And it's like I can feel this like real kind of like the right side energetically for me looks like a circuit. It looks like a closed, kind of like a like a car track, like car racing, like a car track. That's what the energetic circuit looks like when I look at it on my right side. And then the left side was pretty closed off, but as I'm opening it up, it's like I see, it's just like chaos. It's really chaos. It's like threads and chaos and just it's kind of like my neon chaos whip a little bit, but like a tree at the same time, just like growing out in every direction possible, and tendrils and stars and cosmos and all kinds of wild shit going on over here on the left side. So it's like business on the right, party on the left. Okay, and then now I want you to switch back over. Let's tap on the left side now. This is an experimental energetic repatterning. You're learning here live with me. We're doing research together. Isn't this fun? Did you guys know I always wanted Witchery U to be a research university? I was born in a research hospital. Nobody knows that. Michael didn't even know that. I've never said that. The hospital that I was born in was actually a research hospital. And I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. It felt like very me coded. Like literally, I think there were like, as I remember the story of like my birth, There were people coming past and like visiting and like having like educational discussions because my birth giver was at labor with me for 2 days. So yeah, I was like, dope. People were educating about my arrival on the planet. Yes, like I was really into that story. I'm not sure if that story was real, full disclosure. One day my dad could be like, that wasn't fucking real. I'd be like, well, that's fine. But you know what? I still like I appreciate the drama, okay? Whatever. Ooh, okay, so let's take a minute. Stretch up if you want to. I already grabbed my coffee. I just instinctively stopped tapping because I needed a sip of coffee. Michael's yawning, so you might yawn. You could have some gas moving. You could have whatever going on. That's just the energy shifting. And just take a quick scan. And I want you to scan from your crown, top of your head. If you've got your arms above your head like Michael does right now, you could always start at your fingertips if you wanted to. That's a fun little thing. We're always starting at our crown, but what if you put your arms up and start it? Ooh, that's a good, let's all do it. I got to put my coffee down. Hold on. We all got to do it now. See, research. I love it. I don't want to do research by myself and then have to present people some, finished thing. I want to do the research together. We're in research school now. That's what we're doing. We're doing what I want to do. See what'll happen when you shift your energy in the morning? So everybody put your arms up, and they don't have to be clasped or anything. I just want them above your head, and let's tune into our fingertips first. So from the fingertips down the palms, wrists. We're just doing a scan right now. We're going to be pulling in a little bit of extra energy, different energy in a minute. But right now, I just want you to feel like a scan running down your forearms, your biceps, your triceps, down your shoulders, under your arms, your chest, getting the whole scan here. What are you feeling? Where are you feeling stuck, crunchy energy? If you want to go ahead and put your arms down because they're starting to get tired as you move down your chest, noticing in your back, your sides. Pay special attention to the side body. The side typically does not get a lot of attention, whether it's in physical fitness, energy work, just general noticement. So pay attention to your sides, down your back, down your spine. It's okay if there's a ton of stuck energy. I will be fully honest with you right now. I have a ton of stuck energy. I'm noticing all of the little pockets as I'm doing this scan down your hips, down your tailbone. Imagine if you had a tail. What would the energy be like in that tail right now? Many of us multidimensional baddies have tails, wings, other appendages. I'm looking at you, my Ontarian homies, with your fabulous tail stinger electrical plug looking things, whatever those are. Those are fucking awesome. So tune into any multidimensional additions, extra arms. Maybe you've got multidimensionally more arms than you currently are experiencing in this vessel. Tune into them. How are they feeling? And recognize that they're with you on a multidimensional level, whether you physically have, 12 arms or a tail or wings or, horns or whatever. That's part of your etheric body. So let yourself tune into your etheric body, your energy body, your astral body, the different layers of yourself, your physical body, right? And see, are there blockages between those bodies communicating? Are there blockages between you feeling grounded in the fact that, somewhere you have wings? And those, you can still feel them. I've never met someone who's told me that they have wings somewhere. And I've met a ton of people with wings. I myself have wings. I've got like 6 pairs. Eyes on every single one of them. We're fabulous. It's like a peacock phoenix situation, but then there's also a tail situation that's like feathery, you know what I mean, and like vibes. It's got eyes on it as well. It's very peacock vibes, you know what I mean? Like, we all feel the wings, like, we all feel the disconnection from the wings. Many of us actually will start to notice that we have back pain where the wings should be, so we can do additional development to the vessels that we're currently in to aid with some of that discomfort that we have from the fact that, like, if your consciousness is used to being in a vessel that has a wing powered mechanism system somewhere, right? It's gonna feel like there's something missing in the middle of your spine, and then your spine's gonna be like, wah! You know, or a tail, or if you maybe have, like, you know, maybe antlers somewhere or some horns or something. Those are like frequency sensors. You know, you're just missing normal parts of yourself. So we can tune into those as well. And so finishing our scan, if you have not already, down our knees, down the calves, the ankles. I have a lot of stuck energy in my ankles, so I don't usually have ankles. And feet. Tune into your feet as well. Your toes, the heels of your feet, the soles of your feet, the sides of your feet. How are they feeling, right? Where is there any energy stuck? Where is the energy flowing? What do you see? You might see completely different things than I described. Whatever you see is what your selves are looking like right then, right? I'm like, you know what we need? We need a blank diagram of, like, the front, you know, the anterior and the posterior of the vessels. And then you could literally track your energy blockages, like, daily, like we used to use in, like, triage forms and stuff in the hospital. You could triage your own energy flows, and then with, like, a pink pin, you know, you could just, like, X or put a dot where all the energy blockages are that you feel. You could do one at the beginning of your session. You could do one at the end of your session. You could then have a log. You could have, like, a whole binder. Oh, I love a binder situation. You get a binder to a 3-hole punch. Yes! And then you can have a log every day. I don't know. I feel like that might give some people some very interesting data. So I'm just dropping the concept in there. If this sounds like a vibe to you, you can easily find, like, I'm going to look for some too. That would be really fun to have. But you can find, you know, just like a diagram or something online and just print it out for you. But I think that'd be really cool. We need, like, a... Ooh, and then you know what else would be cool? It would be, like, if we had, like, physical vessels. Okay, here's your earth vessel. And then, like, you know, you could add on, like, to your earth vessel, like, do you have wings? You could customize your own etheric vessels, like your own etheric bodies, and then see how they're correlating together. I don't know. This is just what's coming up. I physically, like, I cannot not be a multidimensional baddie anymore. I'm allergic to it. Like, I have to talk about really random shit, and I can't be over here like, oh gosh, what I was trying to do, like, 10-minute long, hyper-focused, energetic repatternings that were just, you know, no chit-chat, no fun, no nothing. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Because I like doing very, like, research-based, theoretical things. I'm a very theoretical person. I'm really a person in theory, I think. I'm quite strange, and I've decided to let it all out. Okay. So, how are you feeling? I'm thinking. We're in class, clearly. We're allowed to have thoughts. You know, that's something they never let you have in school is thoughts. You know, you have to go, and you have to already know the answer, and you have to this, and you have to right? But you're never allowed, like, well, I'm thinking, hold on. Like, yes, everyone have a think, hold on. Everyone, are you thinking? Are we all thinking about, are we thinking? Let's hit the bong about it. Let's have a think and hit the bong about it. Like, this is my kind of schooling. Absolutely. I'm going to redefine education. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redefine education. Good morning. It's 10 o'clock. Everybody hit the bong about it. You'll feel much better. Especially when you get the weed from us one day. We've got our weed empire. And you can purchase frequency and crystal grown plant situations. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, imagine if you could be smoking weed right now that had been grown exclusively throughout its entire life cycle, from seed to like harvest, right? I don't know, weed grown with carnelian in the soil and the root chakra safety and security reprogramming frequency played to it its entire life. I don't know. Would you play the same frequency to the weed, or would the weed get bored? I personally, if I just heard the same frequency for my entire life, I don't think I'd be a very multidimensional baddie. I think you'd have to cycle your frequencies. So I think, you could have maybe you need to play an entire, you could have, what if you played like all the chakra frequencies to your weed while you were growing it? What kind of codes would that end up with? Would it microscopically change what the weed actually looks like under a microscope? Seriously, like if we take weed that was just grown, whatever, willy-nilly, without even any Willie Nelson, just willy-nilly. If we took that and we looked at it under a microscope, and then we took weed that was grown with aventurine and 5 ascended frequencies, heart chakra centric albums, complete with cosmic spa frequencies, for its entire growth cycle, would it, and maybe we have other, maybe some other crystals in the dirt as well, right? Would it microscopically actually look different if you did that? I think it would, you guys. I think it actually would. I want to do the wildest, weirdest research. I want to be like, good morning, we've got to go to work. I've got to look at weed under microscopes, just like we're back in Sirius. Research and weed. That was the name of my game in Sirius, and Pluto is now sitting firmly right in the Aquarian trinity of Sirius, the avian and angelic realms for the next 15 years. So guess what I'll be doing for the next 15 years? Research and smoking it. I'll be smoking the research.
Research the smoke and we'll smoke in the research.
The research fuels the smoking and the smoking fuels the research. Okay, here we go. We're using the Pisces lighter, funnily enough. I haven't got an Aquarius lighter right now, unfortunately. But I want to get lighters made for all the cosmic realms. Can you imagine hitting your bong with your Antarian lighter, or your Andromedan lighter, or your angelic lighter, your Syrian lighter, your Hydran lighter, your Rigelian lighter, your Orionid lighter? I don't know, whatever, right? Vibes. Okay. So, let's go ahead and weave the two sides of this energetic repatterning together. So let's start tapping at the top of our head. And we are going to have one change to our normal tapping flow. And that's going to be when we go under the arms, I want you to just cross your arms across your body and tap on both sides around where under your arms would be. Or you can do one side and then do the other. But I really want you to try the crossing your arms method. It may put the tapping a little bit more on your shoulders or your upper arms. You can also, we'll do a shift where we have one arm over the top, and then we're going to shift and do the other arm over the top. So I'll guide you through it. But we're just going to, instead of doing just under the one arm, we're going to cross the arms and do wherever your hands end up is where I'm psychically getting that you need the repatterning right now. So just roll with it. You're doing it right. It's research. And we're experimenting. Okay. So let's start tapping on the top of your head. Tapping on the top of your head. And I actually don't want to do any verbal reprogramming for this one. I want you to really tune into the energy shifting as you go to your forehead. I want you to pay attention and close your eyes and start to psychically tune in via your third eye with what you can see. Move to the temples. What can you see happening inside your energetic body as you're doing this? Move to under the eyes. What can you see inside your skull? What can you see in your toes? Top of the lip. What can you see 4 planets away? Tap on the chin now. What can you see happening in your brainstem? Or your spine? Or your solar plexus, chest? What can you see happening between the right side of your energetic body and the left side of your energetic body? Okay, now let's cross the arms and tap shoulders. What can you see happening between all those different etheric, energetic, physical, spiritual, whatever bodies of you? Cross the arms the other way, so change which arm is on top. Okay, now I still want to do the tapping only under the left arm like we normally would. Because I was getting the top of my shoulders. I don't know about you guys, but that was a point that I definitely need to focus on more. And then let's go ahead and do under the right arm as well. Then let's go back and do the chest again. Okay, then I want you to try both hands just kind of knocking on the lower back. Wherever on the back feels like a vibe for you. Maybe go around the hips as well. Yes, go around the hips. So go down your back, go around the hips, and then knock on the front of your hip bones. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit more experimentation. Go ahead and tap down the legs. So the thighs, the knees. I'm doing the side of my calves because I'm sitting down. So like the inner side of my calves, but you can do the front. You can do the other sides if you're very flexible and can get down there. Or maybe you want to stand up and do this. All right. And then let's tap your way back up to the hips. Back around to the center where the sacral chakra would be. Up to the solar plexus. Back to the heart. And then tap the wrists together. And breathe in, stretch up. Stop tapping. And let's see how's your energy flowing right now? We're just observing. Neutral, no judgment. We're just observing what the process has brought up. Anything that you're feeling or anything that you're releasing. If you're crying right now, if you're coughing, if you're sneezing, if you suddenly need to pee, whatever. Sometimes you'll have, very physical reactions, sometimes not. I'm feeling very relaxed right now. I'm feeling like I can literally see the inside of my entire physical vessel, and I can see all of the connections, and I can see how they really haven't been communicating with each other very well. And I think that that's what's caused all of my pain. That's a pretty big breakthrough. Since I've been having since I was 19. But, that goes back to a lot of things that I experienced when I was younger, a lot of things, I wasn't allowed to say or be or do and things like that. And at the age of 36, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So it's time to really repattern that and reprogram that for multiple ages of me. And so by doing these scans and learning how to look at our energy bodies and our etheric bodies and how they connect multidimensionally through actual interfaces, they connect through grids, basically. That's the whole concept of liminality. Liminality is the grids and the spaces that are very real in between the spaces that seem more real. And it's those connecting points. It's like a hallway, a liminal space is like a hallway between two doors. You walk in the front door, you walk down a hallway, you go into your office, right? That hallway in between is the liminal space. And we have liminal spaces, or corridors or connection points between all of the different parts of your physical body with, your skin and your fascia and your muscles and your nerves and your tissues and your bones and all of that good stuff. And then you also have, so all of that creates a liminal web. And then you have liminal webs connecting you to your etheric body, your energetic body, your other bodies, other actual vessels across time and space in different physical locations, in different etheric locations, all the things that are possible in concepts. So that's a lot of multidimensional communication that has been largely ignored however long you've been here. So if you're 32 for 32 years, if you're 28 for 28 years, if you're 47 for 47 years, if you're 88 for 88 years, right? Whatever that is. So as you can begin to bring that back online, you'll begin to experience higher levels of multidimensional connection, not only with, really cool astral things, but also with just stuff like your toes on Earth or your earlobes or whatever, right? So then that makes the whole concept of energetic repatterning not something that you use just, it's not like tapping, you just use it for manifestation or to, get over this or that, right? It's not just a crisis, method. It's not just something you use in a crisis or in a moment of panic or anxiety or when things aren't going your way or whatever. It's something that you utilize on a daily basis for your own multidimensional health. I was a doctor in serious. I was. Predominantly specializing in research and theory, but research and theory's got to go somewhere if it's actually ever going to do anything, and we did a lot. I came up with concepts and thoughts, but you have to have a lot of knowledge to do that. And it makes sense because I almost went to nursing school in this incarnational experience. And I did a semester of the most fucked up science I've ever heard of. I don't know what the hell these people are doing on this planet in the healthcare system, but it is seriously not serious, okay? That's all I'm going to say. So seriously. Absolutely no cross-training with Arcturian frequency theory or methodology or anything. None. No hydrogen regeneration technology discussed. I went to multidimensional med school. I mean, come on. It's really lacking. Anyways. So, I'm feeling pretty groovy. Feeling a little tired? Yeah, I feel like I'm very tired. I'm very chill. I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm vibing. I don't feel energetically stuck right now. So I think this is definitely something we want to keep kind of playing with the flow more. We're going to be doing more of these experimental energetic repatternings. and, kind of see like what the vibes are. And really, I want you to also really, tune into, coming up with your own flows and, doing your own research. And, I feel like I need to, shift energy right here. I need to tap right here. I need to do this or that, right? And tune into doing these, once you understand the flow and what you're doing, especially with the ideas I came up with today, because those are pretty cutting edge. Live on air with you guys, wherever you are, whenever it is that you're listening to this, we're still live and together and connected. We're literally in a portal together. Every audio that I create is a portal to me in this exact moment in time, and to you in the exact moment in time that you are when you're listening to it. So like, it really frustrates me when people don't understand the power of like pre-recorded stuff and they think they need to do stuff live, because it's like, no, I'm creating a portal. Like, if you want to create a live portal, you get down with your bad self, I guess, but this is a multidimensional portal that could be just countless applications. Okay. But really tune into like, doing this a lot more often. I think that there's a lot of energy that needs to be reconnected, repatterned, reprogrammed, and seen, acknowledged, just sat with for a moment. Like, oh, I'm feeling some type of stuck energy in my left hip. Instead of trying to make it go away, I looked for a way to counterbalance it. And then now I feel that energy. It's like, it's still there, but it's like it's rising to the surface, and I can feel it's really just a creative blockage. It's really just stuff that's wanted to come out for a long time that I haven't let myself create. So within 40 minutes, I know what it is. I know how to fix it. It's stuff that that I want to create. It's things I want to do. Just in like I said, I'm very into research and theories. And so trying to show up and, create or teach or guide or coach or present in this way of like, I've got it all figured out and here's how you do it, and I'm the expert. It just does not work for me, because I'm a theory and research based multidimensional scientist. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, it takes us years to like get actual like, so here's what's going on. Like, we work I literally work in the liminal spaces the majority of the time. Like, I work in the in between. I don't work in like fucking hard data and fast facts. Like, what? That's horrible. Ew. I need time to think, people. Like, I need to move a little slower here. This is ridiculous. Like, this breakneck pace of all these people constantly touting how they're like the experts and the best in the world at something that they learned about yesterday. I'm like, y'all need to calm the fuck down and just enjoy the process, okay? Nobody enjoys the process on this planet, and I've had it. So on that note, we're going to hit the bong about it, and then we're going to bring this experimental energetic repatterning to a close. Michael's going to go take a nap. I'm going to take a shower. Oh yeah, party time. Excellent. Alrighty, guys. Well, please also feel free, if you want to go through the flow that we did multiple times. We only needed once, I could tell. Like, we needed once and we were done. I felt like I didn't redo the flow on purpose, because I felt like we wanted to sit with everything that was kind of starting to come up. I didn't want to overstimulate us. Doing a full body, like, repatterning like that will open up a lot of different energetic nodes and points in your own energetic grid. So what you really want to do, I think that's also why we did a lot more pre-work with the patterning, was to make sure that we could do the full body flow, and then have whatever experience came with that. Like, Michael's got to go to bed. Like, he's got to go lay down. He had all this energy at like 8:30 in the morning, and he did that, and he's like, he's out. But the funny thing is, Michael has been really tired lately. We've both been really tired lately. He hasn't been letting himself rest very much because he's always trying to do things and make sure that, you know, like, I'm taken care of and I've got plenty of energy and stuff. So what I feel like that opened up for him was just like, bro, you need to go take a nap. You know what I mean? Like, you need to go take a nap. You need to rest. And for me, it's like, I actually feel like I feel like I need to rest less now. I feel like my energy, because I've kind of been doing like a little bit of the opposite of like, I've been trying to rest a lot because I thought that my issue, I also have had a lot of sleep debt lately. I haven't been sleeping very much over this portal season. My sleep hours have been really wild just from all of the energetic work that I've been doing for the collective and my grids and stuff. And so I actually am like, ooh, I feel like that released the stuckness for me of feeling like if I rest more, I'll get more energy, because typically what happens for me is the more aligned action that I take, the more energy that I get, the more peace that I get, which sounds very strange probably because I'm a manifester, but when you're a manifester and you have unrealized creative expression that wants to come out, if you don't take the aligned action and do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do, no matter what it is or how weird it is or if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense or whatever it is, right? If you don't take that aligned action, the energy gets stuck and then you start getting angry, but then that anger can transform into pain. You know what else is really funny is I was actually talking about the car wreck that I had with Michael last night. And, well, I wasn't talking about the car wreck. I was talking about something completely different. I was talking about how I almost went to a completely different college. And I think that just now this dropped in, that the car wreck that I had happened because I was on that timeline. I wouldn't have had that car wreck if I had gone to college in Ohio. There was this really random college I wanted to go to in Ohio. It was a liberal arts school. And if I had gone to that university, I wouldn't have had the car wreck that I had. Because it was an unrealized creative potential and expression. And honestly, it was fear. I was afraid. I was 18 years old and didn't know how to move 10 states away and had very little support at that exact moment in my life from elders and stuff. And so, it was just, what happened. But isn't that interesting too? How, and I'm not actually it's interesting. I feel like a part of me is like, man, I thought I'd feel sad when I figured this out. And I'm just like, no, it makes sense, but I'm really not sad because I really don't I guess I'm just not the type of person I always think so carefully about all the timelines that I choose and the things that I do and stuff that I weighed my options very carefully, and I still feel like I picked the best timeline for myself. And so I don't have an issue with what happened because I feel like I had to have that car wreck. I feel like I had to live with this insane amount of pain that I've lived with. Like, most people just do not understand. I typically live between a 4 and an 8 in pain every single day, and have since I was 19 years old. And I've done an immense amount of things living at that excessively high level of pain, simply because I wanted to, and I'm stubborn as fuck. My Mars is in Taurus, and if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I don't give a fuck. I can walk off stage and, be bawling in the wings because it hurts so much, but I'm going to fucking do it. And I did a lot of stuff just to prove to myself that I could. And I found an immense amount of power that I think if I had not had to do things under certain very harsh circumstances, I wouldn't have tapped into the level of what I can do at the level that I have now. I think it would have taken longer. I think that things wouldn't have flowed as easily. And to be honest, I've lived a really cool life. I've done a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm only 36 years old, right? So it's like, if that's what I could do in my first 36 years, what do you think my next 36 years are going to be like? And what do you think about the 36 years after that? I also have I do not have the concepts of age and dying that most people do. I don't believe that I'll be near death's door when I'm double my age, I think I'll probably be hotter than I am right now, and I'll probably feel better, have more energy, and everything's just going to be fabulous. I'm not over here like, ow. Death, right? Like I don't have death codes like most people do. Like I don't view death like most people do. Because the realm of the dead and the realm of what people call the aliens, oh shit, y'all, it's the same thing and they still alive. Sally showed me that. I'm ready for her to come back though. Just because she showed me what really happens after people excarnate doesn't mean I'm not ready for her to reincarnate, because I want my baby. I miss her in the physical form, and I'm ready for her to come back and do the stretchies and the Sally halludes. And I'm just gonna, she already told me, she's like, my name's Sally, like, you're gonna give me my name back, right? And I'm like, yeah. This is Sally the White. That was Sally the Gray. But we're making a little Lord of the Rings joke about it though, because we used to watch Lord of the Rings together all the time. And she was like, Mom, can I be Sally the White this time like Gandalf? And I was like, yeah, of course. So I fully expect a very, like, less silver, because her coat was very silver last time. I expect like a full ass white Yorkie poo vessel. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm like, she's gonna be like, maybe with like a little hint of silver somewhere. But who knows what she'll look like when she first gets here, because when she first got here in her first incarnation of this experience, she was brown. And then she turned silver really randomly. She looked like a little teddy bear when I got her, like a little tiny, like, beanie baby sized teddy bear. Sally wanted to pop in for this one. Like, she was like a little beanie baby sized teddy bear. She was literally like she was smaller than a Fire Stick remote when I got her. She was so little, and she looked like a fuzzy little teddy bear. And then really randomly one day she just turned silver. Just started happening, and I was like, I think she's about to turn silver. And I was in all these Yorkie poo groups at the time, and I was asking other Yorkie poo moms, like, is this normal? And they were like, yes, it's fabulous. And I was like, you're right, it is fabulous. This is great. It was a wonderful time. So who knows what'll happen this time? She's always bringing the style shifts, the heat, the vibes, and the rolling around on the couch like she's a worm and making her hair look like Albert Einstein. So I mean, like, who wore it better, Sally or Einstein? Sally. Anyways, on that note, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I'm going to go do other fabulous things. I hope you go do other fabulous things. Remember, you're fabulous. You're a multidimensional baddie. And I will talk to you very soon. Mwah!